Today we're going to be talking about the 3 most common faults in the ab rollout. There's 3 things in particular that tends to happen with individuals that don't quite do this correctly, and what we're really trying to go for here is a stacked rib cage over pelvis position, not going into that open scissor or closed scissor position we talk about quite a bit, and you'll get the most carryover into your actual movements if you do this exercise with the utmost intent, but also keeping that stacked position here. It's paramount that we're doing that to get the most stimulation out of this exercise. Now, the 3 most common faults we see, first one's going to be letting the hips drop too low. This can happen in multiple different phases of this ab rollout, but it's going to look something like this, where the hips are the first thing to touch. Oftentimes, this is actually even going to cause lumbar extension as we go down. It may not be quite this aggressive, it may be a little bit more subtle, but if it happens to any degree, you're definitely going to take away the benefit and the carryover from this exercise. The second one is going to be hips riding up too high. So that would look like this. Chest is touching first. Again, not getting nearly as much out of this. I can do reps all day long, very easy, because I'm not getting a ton out of it. The last one is a little bit more subtle. It's going to be a little bit extension, kind of in our T-spine, TL junction towards the end of the actual ab rollout. Again, very, very subtle. This is likely one of the more common faults that I actually see, especially with people that crank out reps really, really quickly. Oftentimes we'll see this. Good position, good position. The very last second, extending slightly. Again, it makes it so much easier, and not in a good way. We end up taking a lot of benefit away from this exercise. We want to keep this stacked rib cage over pelvis position. We want to keep a neutral spine. We should be able to almost draw a line from our cervical spine all the way down to our lumbar, keeping a good position just like this. And if you notice, if you do it correctly, your nose ends up likely being the first thing to touch, because again, your whole body is staying neutral as we come out and in. Give it a try, fix your ab rollout.